Tonight worked out tonight, it's Friday, the 17th was the Baby Metal, Vandenberg, Coheed and Cambria. And I did NF No Hope, but that is very specific. I hope the person sees it. Um, Harry Mack, Amigo Bars 83. Big Buck Beasy again. But they're sitting in hold right now. And I jumped into my comments. Went back. I'm at least 6 days back, 9 days. It looks like about 9 days already. And, it's some get left because, Mike sends an appropriate amount of text to keep a young man busy reading. It's a good thing. Oh my God, I'm playing, so it's a super good thing. Don't change ever for me. Well, unless we all grow for the better, then, if I inspire that, yay. But I mean, you be you. I just haven't read it yet, so I gotta, no. Try not to peek. I think a lot of these are still ones I want to address. So, say about, 9, 10 days back. Working through it. But I got a weird call today, and it was from the universe. It's a quantum connection I made, I hope. And I realized that I can't just brush it off. Now, better late than never is not, that's not a way to be. I'm not endorsing running late. I prefer 10 minutes early kind of employee. This one's a lot harder because sometimes it's you don't know what you're getting to, and sometimes I'm just trying to stay current and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Anybody like Charlie Brown? Okay. So I will be right back. I'm gonna start reading, and we will go from there. I'll just start with Mike D right up front, and Mike Henry. Yeah, it's the Mikes. I got bookends now. They're both named Mike. Nothing wrong with that. I like that. Hey, Robert. I was catching some of them comments. I'm not forgotten. And then there's many, many others after that. I mean, I just threw another hammer fall. So on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say much about it because we're not going to rock the boat right here, but I'm pretty sure there's interesting things a brewing. And vigilance and 1,000-yard stare might be appropriate talking points for some people. So I don't disagree there at all. Yeah. Rockman Neo, if you see this, which is, it's actually funny that I was just mentioning Robert. It's what I just read and gave a little heart to about it'd be nice. I'm not assuming anything. But sometimes by the end of the day, things work themselves out. Watching a couple extra ones, especially those low hit ones, explain some of the stories that come here, some of the crazy. If I get more people to follow along, I'd seem a lot less crazy. So, Rockman Neil, Love Bites, I'm glad you enjoyed. I don't know what I was saying then because I do a lot of reactions. I mean, it's actually a huge number. I think I hang in there with the pros. Not even a ranked amateur. But I like to grind, it turns out. And tonight's one of those examples where I just spending it with everyone there. And I mean this. So in the mindset, I'm now hanging out with you in these comments on the back of the bus, wherever we're at. My honey's out working. This is Friday night, sir. I'm literally considering adding a Friday night, another night to work. But I mean, I wouldn't run. This is where I wanted to end up, so this is where I am. Eventually, it'll be some live thing. We'll go live some one day a week for sure. Till then, we find ourselves here. I have no idea, but Rockman Neo, if you would, you'd have to go to the main search bar and you'd have to go Rollen Green Love Bites, and you should get quite a few reactions. And I'm actually pretty middle of the road with them now. This is the weird part. The discussion from, let's say, Holy Wars is mixed throughout the whole channel. I'm bad at wrapping up a story in any one spot. Robert would attest to that. Other people would too. But as per the comment I read, yeah. So, that's where we're at there. There's only one George Jones. Beach Bunny, thank you. Hold on there. So let me see. Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the heads up and the info. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, that's the Pogues, the band played Waltzing Matilda. That's one of those reactions that has a life of its own. It would be a very special day a year ago in Australia that a couple of these reactions came out, and I'll be honest, they have. So this is anytime, because a lot of people don't go back to something like that. But that's been generating conversation ever since it came out. Now, most of it's good, but a lot of it has to do with who had the best rendition and who had the most heartfelt feelings, and it gets complicated, so we're going to just let that go. But why, yeah, some things have a life of its own out there, and on that NF reaction that'll come out in a week or so, no, maybe a few days, I don't know. I'm just not, it's complicated. Uh-oh. Yeah, got lost there. Yep, never mind. Hold on. We'll be back. I'm just going to go with full speed to bed for him, and we'll catch him on the other side. And now that was 9 days ago, so we're just hoping he got a good night's rest. I believe I'm churning it out faster than my co-pilot can keep up with. That is not, it's not good for our flight record, but it sometimes, you know what I mean? The pilot just is. You ever see that Denzel flying movie? It's a horrible reference. All opinions are for entertainment purposes right now, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying that because I'm not saying I'm under the influence except for the hype. But I'm hyped up on the hype, no cap, for my younger viewers, which are few and far between. Mostly playing. Nothing but love, Mike. All right. Eventually, we will be on the same time, same place, same channel. And we will just keep dragging it out as long as I have to, if I'm interpreting that last one correctly. Oh, my goodness, Pam H., you nailed it. No, I don't know disgusting. And I mean, I'll look for it. Hate mail. Yeah. So the difference is I am a tried and true 9/11 truther. So I mean, I'm not saying I believe in the micro nukes or any of the super crazy stuff, but it was my crucible of fire to that and being incarcerated, right? To the world of conspiracy and thinking much, outside of conformist thinking, right? And yeah, so I mean, the 9/11 line was harsh, but I mean, enough time had passed. It's unfortunate and dark, but that is the one. If I could get rights to any song, it'd be that one, because that cop scheme, that's it. You're right. Who thinks that way? Well, anyone who actually, I'm not trying to be a dick to Tom, and you know how it works, right? And I'm not trying to be morbid or dark, but I'm going there. Anybody who can apply a little game theory to stuff, because then they depart from the formulaic horror and ideas that the general public are comfortable with consuming, and they go to that say deep web, dark web stuff that's, as the lines in hate mail reflect, so dark that it definitely can what? Drive away. We're gonna go with the straights, right? That mainstream listener can be put off. Yeah, no, diabolical, because I think it's cutting the bad bait sometimes. I can't imagine being a money making juggernaut, and maybe in a decade I'll reflect on that, and if it comes, I would talk about it. But right now I can't imagine. But sometimes I think it's got to be, that song especially makes me think, what kind of weight when a third of your fans are wishing you ill will constantly because it's what have you done for me lately. Pam from 9 days ago. Thank goodness I got in my comments and hit this one. Rumble. Rumble exists if I get nailed here. I am like the NF song. Hope. I don't think the new boss is going to be better than the old boss, but I think some tides are changing, and it turns out you have a right to be offended. But we're not inciting any groupthink or screaming something in an auditorium or theater. I think we're cool. Now, I could be wrong and eventually, poof, go bye-bye. Excuse me. That's horrible. That's when Rumble, the alternative channel, Reaction Talk, all those things come into huge, huge play. So, Pam H., it has just been a pleasure having you join the trip, and I'm glad the way it came up, because not every road should be smooth, right? Rocky roads are real, and then together we smooth them out, and that's pow! I did. Hey, I was just coming down on someone the other day at a store talking about loss prevention, and I'm like, gosh, it just must be a rough time for the loss prevention department in some of these stores. And we'll leave it at that. I'll be back in a minute. And yeah, let's wrap this up. I mean, we're still only 10 days, but Marco here from 10 days ago, that Love Bites did have a thrash. Just a thrash feel to it. It was fantastic. I'm really looking forward to more of the new music, and you never know. You know, I mean, maybe on the short list of picking up me some CDs, throw them in the car. And to wrap this up for tonight, because I don't know, I might do some. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but Mike from 10 days ago, and a little concerned, and Pam, and I just mentioned Pam, and it all started 10 days ago. It was fine. It wrapped up in a couple days, and it turns out, man, are we good. Totally good. And with that being said, I'm going to move on and hold the rest for next time, which hopefully will be soon. I'm going to try. It was so beneficial to go backwards in time and check and get these. We never know what we're going to find. Some of it is going to be bad, too. But, hey, we'll cross that bridge when that bridge appears later.